Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
J360 Radio.
Hey, what's going on, J360 Legion? Welcome to another J360 Minibyte, hosted by J.M. Brady. And I'm your host, J.M. Brady. Nice touch with the music there, huh? I'm testing a few things out here, folks. It's been one hell of a crazy week, man. Bugs Bunny's 80, John Saxton passed away at 83. Quite a lot of people that we've recently saw leave the earth around the 80s and stuff. It's just... Man, it's just been a whole lot going on. But you know, like I say, a lot of the times while it's good to pay your respects, remember, these people have lived full lives. And, you know, they managed to make work that resonates with us in the modern times. And I always try to say this, you know, we could actually be the new legends. Hell, a lot of us are. You know what I mean? Like, I always call myself a legend in the making. Force of nature, you know how I do things around here. After all, I am the leader of J360 Productions, and I'm not stopping anytime soon, and neither should any of you. But, you know, today could have been a day to talk about, you know, all the stuff that's going on in the world. Today could have been a day to tell you, you know, wash your hands, wear a mask, and, practice social distancing, even though I'm the social distance champ, because I ain't hanging out with nobody right now. Sorry, just can't do it to myself. Well, actually, that's not entirely true. Could always have a few game sessions online, I suppose. But, you know, at the end of the day, this time of isolation is pretty interesting. And I'm only going to let you know this because, well, I ought to. Time of isolation is actually pretty okay, you know? You really start to learn a lot more about yourself and what you're accustomed to, what you're not accustomed to, and just really learning about yourself, if you're fortunate enough to do this kind of thing. Because sometimes isolation can be a good thing. Sometimes. Not all the time. Like, okay, I'll admit, I do call out, I do speak, I do, you know what I mean? I go out there sometimes, but man, sometimes the mask I wear, while it's cool and it's the Philadelphia Eagles, there are times where, you know, I just don't feel like covering up the lower side of my face. I like showing off my awesome beard. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those thin ski masks. You know what I'm saying? It's just time after time, I'm always like, oh, God. And then everybody's talking about what'll happen when COVID ends and all. You know, let me just help you. If we do things right, and if we can keep this crap contained and find a way to solve this, we'll be all right. But then again, you know, at the end of the day, we can only get by so much. I mean, after all, we have our selfish wants, and they keep us in check all the time, don't they not? I mean, think about it. Anyway, that's stuff for another episode, maybe another show entirely, but, you know, that's just something that we'll talk about when we get to it. However, I would like to say, this has been very interesting. You know, as I have been in Isolation Island, I just want to say, I've been writing. I've been doing a lot of work. I managed to look through some of my old writings from the past. You know, I actually tried my hand at writing comic book scripts at one time. I used to know the format, and apparently I did a pretty good job, even not caring, you know what I mean, just going ahead and doing it. But before I get a little too ahead of myself, you know, this is the perfect time if you are somebody out here to, you know, learn certain soft skills, to learn certain things that you've never done before. And I've seen a thing that says, if you haven't taken the time to learn a skill set or whatever, you failed during this whole thing. And that's not true. That is not true. We all go about coping in different ways. If you haven't put the time to learn something or to read something, it's probably because you're focused on different things. I'm not that harsh. I can get to that point, but no, I'm not that harsh. Who am I to judge? I mean, there are times where, I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. And then there are times where it's like, as much as I like to take a day off, I can't because I haven't mastered the skill set of not doing anything. Because basically, I just love staying at it, It's like going to the gym. Oh, which, by the way, about that whole thing about quarantine bodies and stuff, I know it happened to you. No more freshman 15 jokes anymore, huh? A matter of fact, yeah, some of y'all put on a little poundage, didn't you? Got a little pudge growing, I shouldn't be throwing stones at you, but, here's another thing. You don't necessarily have to go to the gym. You can always do, like, free weights. You can always do calisthenics. I mean, your ancestors did calisthenics, for goodness sakes. And I'm talking about anybody. I'm not talking about racial divide or anything. I'm talking about back in the day, there wasn't no gym to go to entirely. You had to put the time in. You had to put your hands in the sand and just push up, push down. Go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way. But, maybe there's a lot of different things. Maybe one of those YouTubers told you something different and you just had to follow the whole program to the T. Maybe. Different strokes for different folks, but there's always a solution. You see what I'm saying? Now, it might not be quick or anything, because, why would you want the quick solution? I've always wondered that about people. Take it from me. I'm working on myself, and, really it's a journey. I look at it like everything is a journey. It's something that I do. Now, there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days, and there's going to be days where it's like, oh my God, why did I do this? You know what I mean? But it's one of those things that you keep reaching and pulling for. It's one of those things that you don't stop doing. And if I was really good about it, I don't have to tell you, results will show. You understand what I'm saying? It's kind of like how you get better at playing guitar. I don't have to tell you I get better at it. I show you. Like filmmaking and all sorts of other skills. And those of you who have actually followed me throughout my times on J360 Radio, or even in the early days of J360 Productions, you would know things have improved. And it doesn't have to be quick. It just has to be consistent. It just has to be at that point in time. You understand what I'm saying? And while I'm saying all this stuff to you, I just want to let you know, as I have been doing a lot of writing, I've seen certain other people go ahead and throw up different memes about things, like how writers are just keeping empty journals and not writing. Like everybody makes a big joke out of, the writers that don't write. They say they're writing, they're working, but they never take the time to do so. Oh, let me be the one to tell you, all right, it's not a joke anymore. Okay? All right? Here's the thing. While at the same time, there are amateurs out there are people out there who have maybe gave up in some way, that have done their time to just be like, you know what, I've written and it's not very good, but instead of just, making peace and actually trying to revise this, or hey, you know what, just carry the train along because it's a rough draft anyway, they sit there, they listen to everybody else, they listen to social media, listen to their family, listen to their friends, they listen to to their crush doesn't like them, so they're crushed on the inside, all of the above. Well, I'm here to tell you, because unfortunately, you need a real coach. And J-Man's here to do it for you. The hell with them! Yes, I said it. The hell with them all. Who cares about their opinion at this point? You are experimenting. You, as a content creator, need to get off your ass. Stop worrying about COVID. Stop worrying about the job loss right now. Stop worrying about all that stuff. This is your time now. Right here in this periodical here. Like right now I'm doing a 2-in-1 special, so at this point I really don't have a choice right now. But get off your ass right now. Go pull out those notes. Go pull out those things that you were doing. Go ahead and take out the little doodles you had when you were in kindergarten or whatever. Take a good look at them. Don't judge yourself. Be like, you know what? These weren't too bad. How about I make something with this project? How about, what? Right now, they say we're in an entertainment drought. How about I go ahead and fill in the hole? You know what I'm saying? How about I just pull us out of the drought? How about I just go ahead and, do something essential? Yeah, they try to say art's not essential, but yet at the same time, they use the damn flow chart. People are dumb. Mainstream media is dumb. Honestly, and dare I say this, because I'm going to say it anyway, mass media, the mainstream mass media that is beyond stupid. Think about it. Some of the stuff they cover now and again, it's regurgitated nonsense just to get you all amped up and agenda driven to the point where you don't think for yourself. And, before we get into more of that they live kind of rhetoric, I just want to let you know, sometimes independent thinking is important. Actually, most times independent thinking is important. You might want to hold on to that. Because sometimes this mob mentality and this cult behavior that surrounds us is pretty damn disgusting. Even as I'm telling you that right now. But right off the bat here, don't listen to those gatekeepers that say, oh yeah, this is the quick solution. This is the way for me to tell you how to make it big in the business. Oh yeah, this is the way we'll give you to a pitch session. Oh yeah, this is the way we'll get you in front of the executives over at Warner Brothers or Disney or yada yada yada. Ah, shut up. This is the whole thing. Right now, you can worry about that crap after you're done writing. And even if you do, I would suggest paying attention and really keeping an open view on these kind of people that are telling you this stuff. Because while it's important to get some mentorship of some kind, at the end of the day, you pretty much need to trust yourself and do the best you can. Get it certified or get it marked by WGA East or WGA West, one of the two. But at the same time, just be tactful, smart, and aware. Because some of these people, while they tell you they'll get your audience with these certain others out here, they're all about hoarding the money. If anything, they're looking to get paid. And then they tell you what sells and what doesn't sell. I say this, like Toby Flenderson from The Office, write your own damn story. The point is, you need to finish what you're creating right now. I remember there was this this group on Instagram or something like that, talking about a strong heroine, a strong female lead, which there are plenty of books of that, and there's nothing wrong with a strong female lead, but they gotta suffer, they gotta struggle, they gotta go through something. You know what I mean? That's the interest, because you and I don't get it right all the time. You and I don't wake up in the morning and everything's 100%. We're groggy, tired, and have to have the cold shower to hit us and then just remind us where we are. And even then, sometimes we fall in the shower because that stuff is really cold. Think about it. And then, let's just take a look at our day jobs. Some of our day jobs, there are people out there that love their job. I'm not knocking them. I'm not one of those people, except for J360 Productions. But at the day job, though, hell no. I hate my day job. Shoot, I hate it with passion. I hate it with the point of you know what? You can hear it come out of my throat that I can't stand that place. Before I even let it out on the mic. I can't stand that place. But you gotta realize, I'm holding out and doing the best I can because I know that there's bonus money out there, and I'm gonna go ahead and get every damn cent that's owed to me because part of that crap is mine. So why would you give them free money, right? But I will tell you, that stuff is the basis of how my first conflict, right? So you see, I got to get through that. But also I see a lot of myself. I see what I could become if I stayed there as a drone, or I see what I can be as I am the leader of J360 Productions, and I build a whole new staff, and I move on, and I get up out of there and do the things that, I was afraid to do, or people told me to not do. You see what I'm saying? Little things to write about. That's a strong basis right there. But the truth is that, a lot of people are afraid to do it because they've never done it before. Or they're so afraid of being like everybody else and all. You know what? Here's the thing. Tell the story, but do it differently if you can. It's possible. There's ways in and out of doing this kind of stuff. Stop trying to be perfect. It'll never be perfect. Hell, even when it's in the final draft, it'll never be perfect. But it'll flow a lot better. And writing is rewriting. But at the same time, write hard and just have a good time doing it. Like, let your character suffer. And then, like, if there's a scene that you like, but it doesn't fit the context or the flow of the story, hell, kill the damn thing. Do the old Yeller thing and just be like, Yeller was my dog. I'm going to put him out. No offense to those of you that are pet owners. I'm just saying as a reference, because you know how some of y'all get offended. Which, by the way, see this middle finger? Yeah, that's to you. Now back to what I was doing. So, as I'm teaching you this, I'm just letting you know that it's not impossible. Your story may not blend in with other stories, and that's the beautiful thing. You know, when you worry too much about how this is going to sell, you have that in the back of your mind, but right now you're not going to sell anything with just 3 pages of rough and then like the rest is fluff and then all the stuff is like vaporware. It's not going to work with that. You got to have it done. You got to have it ready. For those of you that write scripts, you should be proud that you wrote a script, because there's a lot of filmmakers out here who have not written any scripts and they're sitting there making all this noise. And I know I'm past the 15-minute mark, but hell, we can go a little long. The point is that really just jump into it again. Love it again. Be about it again. It's not going to hurt you. I mean, I'm doing it because I have a lot of stories to tell. And I don't pay attention to gatekeepers. I don't pay attention to people saying screenwriters don't make enough money. If you're smart and you're crafty enough and you got an entourage to back you, and I mean the right entourage, and don't worry about finding them. Sometimes they'll find you. Then you got something. You see what I'm saying? It's little things like that. People, on the other hand, they'll tell you whatever they want to tell you. They'll impose their fears on you because it didn't work out for them. And they went about a wrong other way. And it's just so whatever about the public sometimes. But right now, I want you to write your story. I want you to get all that stuff down on paper. And then, you know what? Leave it alone for about a week or two. And then, like, reread it again. And then do your checks. And then go ahead and make the final adjustments. And then go ahead and start running around pitching and selling that manuscript. And the reason why I'm all amped up about this is because guess what? I want my damn Pulitzer, that's why. Shoot. Yes, I do say, I swear a lot. I've gotten better though. But here's the thing, like, I'm going to fight for what I want. So should you. And I see a lot of artists holding themselves back. You can call this an extended mini-bite. We'll go for 18. And it's just, come on, man, you can do better than this. You know what I mean? Or come on, lady, you can do better than this. Just imagine me looking at you and the usual pissed off J-Man glance that I usually have and just saying, shouldn't you be writing? And I can do that to myself too, because I got plenty of mirrors. Damn, I'm handsome. Anyway, that's all I got for you for right now. Just write hard, write fast, and write long, because there is a market for you. Don't listen to anybody else, listen to J-Man. Right now. Write your story. So, let me get on out of here. The J-Man Show will be coming tomorrow. Matter of fact, this is a 2-in-1 special. I'll be doing the power play later tonight. But that's a story for another time. Either way, J-Man out. Peace.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.